is going to be part 4 of the movie reviews, which is today I'm reviewing BAAL. Now my fingers are wet because Cheetah was so loud. Okay, so anyways, today I'm reviewing BAAL, but it's also like just so happens that today is Sunday, which is day before tomorrow, which tomorrow will be 9 months to the day that David Bowie died or whatever. So I decided to do this little half tribute thing. I did 2 looks mixed together, and I did Life on Mars with glitter, and yes, my eyeball is burning because I put all this glitter in my eye. There's pink.
Awful small affair to the girl with the mousy hair, but her mommy is yelling no.
Yes. And then the other side is the John I'm Only Dancing look on this side, with the little anchor at the bottom and lips. So since we're reviewing BAAL today, we're gonna do it. Anyways, today I'm reviewing BAAL. So what I'm gonna do is, okay. So also I kind of consider BAAL a movie, even though it's not really a movie, it's kind of a play. I consider it a play movie thing, so same thing. So anyways, when it first opens, we see BAAL, and he's telling a story. Like I said about the Great Flood or whatever.
At the time of the flood, they all went into the ark. All of the animals by agreement. But the ichthyosaurus didn't. Everybody said he should get on board, but he was very busy just then. Noah himself warned him that the flood was coming. It's very possible that if a similar situation ever arises, I shan't get on board either.
And he's like, blah blah blah, didn't get on the boat, and when it happens again, I won't either. So this is basically letting you know that he's a crusty person that doesn't care about anybody. So we go, and he's talking to these rich people because he is a poet. He's a poet, and he writes poems or whatever, and like song poems, things. So he's with these rich people, and he's telling them this and this and this.
You must let Mr. Meck publish your poems.
Oh, I will publish his poems. We men of substance can afford poetry.
BAAL is supposed to be a crusty hillbilly, and he's like, I don't care. And there's a lady that kind of likes him, and the other man is like, I can't understand how anybody would like you. Why? You're such a hobo. And he's like, oh well then. So then they're basically like, if he didn't act so crusty, wait, they're saying that they don't have to put up with him just because he's a wonderful poet or whatever, and because he knows all these things.
I can understand men giving their hearts to you, but how do you manage to have such success with women?
And so basically, like I said, he doesn't care about anybody's opinion of him. So, moving along, they get to this little dinner table, and there's this lady, and I guess, well, this man, but they have a daughter or whatever, and she's supposed to be 14, lies, because she looks 28, 29.
Tell me, how old are you?
She's 15 in June.
Something like that. Anywho's, for this she's supposed to be 14, so they're basically implying that BAAL is pervert. So, eventually they have him talking to this man about all these different things or whatever, and like what he did in the past, blah 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 blah. So then we're moving along, and we get to this part where he's with the girl that's supposed to be 14, and the lady that owns the little place he lives is like, oh my god, why is this? You could be so amazing if you didn't act like this.
Look at that. You could be a bloody poet if you weren't so busy trying to wear your bloody knees out.
And he's basically, like I said, like nobody cares. So eventually we get to this part one day, and there's this girl that comes in there. I'm probably skipping a lot of stuff too, and this is probably going to be really short because, I mean, it's not really that long of a movie slash little thing, so yeah. So, it's kind of short, kind of long, meh. So anywho's, what happens is we get to part, and there's this girl. And she's supposed to be ugly, I guess, but I'm like, I thought she was cute. I'm sad, because I'm like, I thought she was cute, even though she's supposed to be ugly. But so anywho, she gets in there, she's talking to BAAL, and he has all these pictures on the wall, and she's like, why is this my life? Because he has like different body parts on the wall, and she's like, oh my god, why? So she is about to leave until he stabs her with a knife. Then she's like, and decides to stay, and he was like, why are you staying all of a sudden? Are you scared? And she's like, no, I'm not scared, when you know she was. So
excuse me, I'm going back outside again.
Can't just do that.
I don't want to be found here.
We can get rid of them. What are you screaming about?
then she goes and sits on the couch and starts telling him her life story.
When I was 14, The butcher next door wouldn't even let me sweep the snow from his pavement because I was too ugly. Lately, men have taken to turning and looking at me in the street. What I've got won't last long.
And I laugh because this one part is my favorite part in the little thing. And she goes like, "You're so ugly, it's terrifying." And I'm like, why am I laughing? Because the thing is, it's kind of true, but then you still like him even though he's supposed to be so ugly and hideous.
You're so ugly, it's terrifying.
I don't know why, maybe that's just me, but anyway, so we're continuing along. So him and her are supposed to be kind of together now. So now he works at this place and he's doing like a little show or whatever. But I guess they didn't pay him or whatever, or they were about to kick him out or whatever. So he does like a show, a nasty show, like he's a pervert and does stuff so that they can be like, why? Now along in this story, he had a little friend. And earlier in the story, his little friend told him he was going somewhere. So basically this part is where him and his girlfriend kind of decided to go with his little friend. So they're walking along and the girl that's his girlfriend or whatever, since she's supposed to be having a baby, she falls on the floor because she's like, she can't walk with them anymore, she can't live the hobo life anymore.
Why hurry like that?
Why hang round my neck when you're too fat to hurry?
And he's basically crusty and is like, nobody cares. So he leaves her in the middle of the street. But she keeps yelling at him, basically telling him that he shouldn't be like that because one day something's going to happen to him. And he's like, no, it's not. And I don't care about anybody, so whatever.
I was going to ask if you would stay with me for an hour.
Why?
I know it's a beautiful evening and you like it. But you won't like it one day when you have to die without another soul being there.
Oh, yes, I shall.
So him and his friend decide to keep going along in their little trip.
I believe him.
Animals. Degenerate animals.
They're going, and then they basically end up in this town.
You really are an evil man. We both are. Unfortunately.
The girl that he was with that's supposed to be 14, she died or whatever. And his other girlfriend didn't die in the middle of the street having a baby. But the other girl died.
On most magnificent, as if it were acting as her body's guardian.
So anyways, we get back to where he used to be with all the rich people and whatever. And the old lady, there was a rich lady, so she's there, his old girlfriend is there, and so basically they're all waiting for him for whatever reason, so whatever. So then he finds out that his friend and the girl that he was with that was having a baby are together now. And so he kills his friend like a crazy person. And all the girls are like, why did you kill him? Why? He's on the run because he killed his friend and you can't kill people. So now he's on the run and has to leave and go to wherever.
I can spot the vultures in the stormy sky as they wait up there to see if...
So eventually we get to a couple years later, blah, 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 blah. I keep saying a couple years later because... But so it gets to a couple years later and now he's dying. And I'm like... Dies laughing because seriously... Because this is basically them telling you that all the stuff he said was leading up to him dying, like a crust, because he always said he didn't care about people. So at the end, nobody cared about him. So eventually he dies. And I'm like, why do you die in every single movie ever? Like, seriously? You have to die and everything?
Then we'll... You know what? You can snuff out alone.
Gentlemen, you won't care to die alone.
It's kind of funny, but it's kind of like sad in a way, but I'm like, okay. But so anywho's, that was the crusty dusty review of BAAL 111. And now I will show this little look closer. See this? I don't know if you can see. Then I did my lips. And then like I said, the little John I'm Only Dancing look, it's like black and yellow. And then I have the little anchor, which took 200 years to do, might I add. And see, I would do one of those little stories or whatever, like what it means to me. This and this and this, but then I would probably cry tears because it would be so depressing and I would be sad. And yes, I'm still sad. I have the rights to be sad for as long as I want to be sad. But anyways, so that was my little half tribute look, and that was the little review of BAAL. So that is all. Goodbye.